Ivy here.
And today we are going to give you all our response to a video about Caitlyn and Vi from the show
Arcane.
Made by Cooke. And we had a really fun time watching this video, so we wanted to share our thoughts with you all.
Yes!
Yes!
Okay, here we go.
After years of being alone in prison, Vi's not used to other people fighting with her, let alone fighting for her, so she fails to thank Caitlyn, and Caitlyn points that out immediately.
Do you ever say thank you?
Yes. So the first point that I wanted to make was about being in prison. That you usually think about people forming prison gangs. And, that they are a part of a team. But you can see in Stillwater that Vi was really by herself.
Yeah.
She was in that cell, just surrounded by concrete and some bars in front.
Yeah, and a window.
And a window, apparently. Oh, how nice of them to give her, a tiny window.
A window.
Oh, my gosh. But, yeah, honestly, this scene of Caitlyn shooting Savika's shimmer arm, in my opinion, I definitely agree with Katie here, that this is monumental.
It is.
I think that this is when their relationship becomes a relationship.
Yeah.
Because before this, Vi was just kind of toying with Caitlyn.
Yep.
She was kind of playing with her, just taking her along as much as she felt like she needed to for the ride, to appease Caitlyn. And then at this point, not only does Caitlyn save her, which is huge, but I think Vi... What was it Vi says to her, about her aim? She's like, this is a good shot or something.
Oh, she says, you got a good shot. And then Kate's like,
you're an okay shot.
You're an okay shot.
Or an alright shot or something like that. And then she says,
I'm an excellent shot.
Thank you. I think she said thank you. Yeah. So what I think is happening there, beyond her actually rescuing Vi, is that Vi starts to see that Caitlyn is capable. She, up until then, doesn't give Caitlyn a ton of credit.
No.
And after that, she's like, oh, this girl can shoot. She's kind of a badass.
Yeah.
So I think that that's a huge turning point for Vi in two ways. That she sees that Caitlyn has her back. And Vi maybe didn't expect that. And then Vi sees that Caitlyn has talent and skills that are useful. And I think when they were younger, Vi was the leader of their group. Yeah. And it's a leader's job to notice when the people that they're leading have skills that can be put to use. And I think that this is Vi being like, oh, she's kind of got some cool skills here. To her credit, she's a legitimate fighter, someone that you would want to have your back. And I think that this is really when everything turns in their relationship.
Absolutely. And another thing too with Vi is, as you mentioned, she's a leader. Who really looked out for her besides Vanda, right? She's basically just I'm sure Milo Clagger to some extent, but who's ever been her actual backup? Has she ever had backup before? You know? Yeah. So this is really big for her too. So it's not only is it this woman, this woman's got some skills, but oh my gosh, she's actually she just protected me. She just saved my life. Who else has done that probably besides Vanda?
Yeah, and then she carries Vi too after that.
Do you want to help me up, Cupcake?
She's saying oh, I'm gonna let you carry me. You've proven your worth. You're on my team now. Now we're working as a team. Yeah, that's what I see.
Absolutely. Okay, and
fast forward to their goodbye on the bridge, and the first thing that Vi says to Caitlyn is,
"It's been real, Cupcake. Thanks for everything."
Oh, I love this.
It's just
scene.
so sweet. He's got the little neck right here.
Oh, yeah.
So cute.
So, yeah, I think it's really cool that Katie put these two scenes side by side.
Yes, absolutely.
And it really shows Vi's character growth.
Yeah, it really does.
How in the beginning, all that she knows to do is to be yeah, look at you did the thing, and Caitlyn's like, hey, aren't you gonna say thank you? And it shows that Vi listened to Caitlyn. Yeah. And she adjusted in a way where she's giving Caitlyn what Caitlyn asked for in her own in Caitlyn's own language. Yeah. So it shows that Vi's changed and grown, and
She really has.
Yeah.
She really has, because you, like, if you thought this would happen in the future when the two of them started, like, getting to know each other, you'd be like, I would never, never in a million years. And then, oh, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we need to go ahead and go
That pause in between thanks and for everything is the perfect nuance that expresses her utmost sincerity. She really is thankful for everything.
Okay, yes. Vi says, thank you, Cupcake, for everything. And that's really huge.
It is.
Like, Vi's acknowledging everything. Caitlyn, besides the scene that we just talked about, she also was the one to get Vi out of Stillwater.
She was.
Yeah, and she's carried Vi, and she showed Vi how to get away from all of Silco's goons on Shimmer, and she's really, she has a lot to be grateful for, and so she really acknowledges it. And Vi also, like, I think that this is kind of part of the coding of her character, that she sees in the Undercity how things are very, like, tit for tat.
Yeah.
People, like, I do a little for you, you do a little bit for me. And so the fact that she's acknowledging that Caitlyn did so much for her is also pretty huge. It's kind of like I owe you for all of this.
Yeah.
She doesn't say it that way, but, like, I think she knows that Caitlyn is the type of person that isn't tit for tat, and that she has given so much to her freely.
Exactly.
It's something that Vi isn't used to.
It's really such a big character growth point, honestly. It really is. It's just like, wow. That's some serious development you got going on there.
Yeah.
And now, let's just do it this way. Going to my favorite part. Boop.
Goal. In this case, it's to bring the hideout and sign toppling down and escape. Her punch...
This is where you have the thing to pause it. Let me pause it.
And I'll just, like, nudge you if I want you to pause it. Or
I'm
if you have something
recording.
to say, just pause it. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
You can edit it.
First time ever, she works with and joins Caitlyn to achieve the same goal. In this case...
Yeah, so what we just talked about was a scene with Savika, where Caitlyn starts helping Vi. And what I see here is that juxtaposition of Vi for the first time helping Caitlyn.
Yeah, which is really cool, actually.
Yeah.
It's to bring the hideout and sign toppling down and escape. Her punch...
Yeah,
it
that
was
was really awesome. And I honestly, like, when I first watched this, I did expect Vi to go...
Did you?
She had her hands up like this. And it reminded me of the scene where... early on in Act 1, early on in the series, being in Act 1.
Yeah.
It's episode 3.
Yeah.
I remember which episode it is. Where Vi fights off all of Silco's Shimmer goon. Well, they're not on Shimmer then.
No, only one is.
Yeah, so she fights off all of Silco's goons until she faces Decker, and he's on Shimmer. So I was like, oh, yep, here's Vi doing what she does. But then you see Caitlyn, doing what she's trying to do. And I think it's really cool to see Vi support her.
Yeah.
I see it, like, really as an act of support.
It was interesting to you mention that was, you didn't notice that. But for me, I'm like, why is there so much focus on Caitlyn, like, moving this pillar? Why? And I'm like, when Vi does this, is this like a fake out? Is she actually gonna do something? And then she did, and I was like,
you're way better at reading Vi than me, though. So that's probably why you thought about that. I didn't. I was just like, here she goes again, and Caitlyn's trying to, like, do something smart. Caitlyn's using her brain.
Oh, dang!
But I think, to be honest with you, though, like, Vi, she's fought someone on Shimmer before.
She did.
She tried fighting Decker, and it didn't go well. And she ended up, like, having to run away. So I think that she kind of knows, hey, if someone's on Shimmer, it's not a great fight for me.
Right.
So, yeah, then seeing Caitlyn do this Yeah, I think this is a good point, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Of showing that Vi is coming after.
They're working together for the first time.
Yeah.
Looks like she's about to do what she usually does, stick around and fight. But she chooses Caitlyn's plan, turns around, and surprises everyone, including Caitlyn, by punching the beam.
Yeah.
Before this,
yeah, that was such a cool scene. It was really exciting to watch.
Yeah,
and it was really exciting to see that change in Vi's character.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super sweet.
Yes.
Thanks so much for watching. We had a really fun time watching Katie's video.
Yeah.
And she talks about some things that I haven't really seen anyone else talk about.
True.
So we'll link that video below so that you can check it out. If you'd like to stay in touch with us, please subscribe. We look forward to connecting with you all again soon. Sending so much love. Till next time.
Latest.